Hi. Welcome to Tap Tech. The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here. And yes, people are talking. A lot. Some are praising it. Others feel a little let down. But everyone agrees, it's a big deal. We've spent over a week with it. And in that time, we've learned a lot. Some of it surprised us. Some of it frustrated us. And some of it made us fall in love with Nintendo all over again. Let's begin with the design. At first glance, it looks familiar. But once you pick it up, the changes are clear. The Switch 2 feels much more premium. It's not just about looks. It's about feel. The materials are better. The plastics feel softer. The buttons feel more clicky. Even the Joy-Con detachment is cleaner now, thanks to magnets. It sounds small, but it changes the whole vibe. Everything feels more intentional. Then there's the screen. This part got me right away. It's HDR. It's almost 8 inches. It's LCD, but not like the old ones. It's sharp. It's colorful. It's fast. In fact, it's one of the nicest screens Nintendo has ever used. It's not an OLED, and we'll talk about that later. But honestly, it doesn't feel like a step down. It's really that good that you'll notice the speed too. The menu loads faster. Games load quicker. Multitasking feels snappier. Nintendo finally gave us real horsepower. Double the CPU cores. Triple the RAM. 10 times the GPU performance. That's not marketing fluff. That's real, and it shows in the games. Old titles that used to struggle now run like butter. Sub 540p. Ports are gone. You can finally play games without squinting. Some titles even run twice as fast. Zelda, for example, feels like a whole new game. I used to try playing it. But I always gave up. It felt sluggish on the original Switch. Not anymore. This is how it should have been from the start. We also saw a huge leap in resolution stability. Dynamic scaling used to be common on Switch 1. It made games look fuzzy. Now, games stay sharp. They hold their resolution. Even during action scenes. That's a big deal. Especially on the handheld screen, where every pixel matters. Speaking of handheld play, let's talk about the Joy-Cons. They've been improved, but they're still not perfect. The joysticks feel slightly larger. The grip is a bit better. Buttons are more responsive. But there's still the issue of drift. It seems Nintendo didn't fully solve it. They added a rubber dust cover. But sometimes, it folds weirdly. That makes the joystick feel off-center. Not broken. Just awkward. If you play mostly in handheld mode, you'll notice it. If you play docked with a Pro controller, you probably won't. And the good news? The new Pro controller is amazing. Great weight. Great grip. Long battery life. It feels like a controller built for long sessions. Your old Pro controller works too. That's nice. Backward compatibility is always welcome. And it helps reduce the cost of upgrading. Speaking of costs, let's pause. Because this is where things get tricky. The Switch 2 is expensive. It costs more than any Nintendo handheld before it. And now, games cost $80 in the US. That's $20 more than before. And for many, that's a deal breaker. And Nintendo has always been profitable at $60. So why the increase? Inflation? Development costs? Maybe. But it feels like they're testing what fans will accept. And that rubs people the wrong way. It gets worse. A lot of game boxes don't even include a full cartridge. You might get a download code. Or just a license key. That hurts collectors. It hurts resale value. And it damages game preservation. Physical games should be playable without the internet. That's becoming rare. Let's go back to performance. Because here, Nintendo got a lot right. The Switch 2 has faster storage. 256 gigabytes on board. And there's a microSD express slot. That's new. And it's fast. Load times are shorter. Opening a game feels instant. Moving through the menu is snappy, the multitasking is smoother too. You can pause a game, check the eShop, and go right back. No hiccups. That's what a modern console should feel like now. Let's talk display again. Some people are mad it's not OLED. Especially since the Switch OLED exists. Why go backward? But here's the thing. This LCD is different. It's bright. It's sharp. It handles motion very well. It even supports HDR and 120Hz refresh rates. That's not normal for LCDs. Nintendo may have chosen LCD for durability, supply reasons, or cost. We don't know. But the end result? Pretty good. Not as good as OLED at night, though. If you like to play in the dark, OLED still wins. The Switch 2 gets too bright at minimum settings. That's a comfort issue. Now let's explore the 120Hz refresh rate. This is surprising. Nintendo isn't known for chasing performance. But they did here. And the results are great. Games look smoother. Even just moving through menus feels better, and here's the secret bonus. The new NVIDIA chip inside the Switch 2 supports advanced video encoding. That means game streaming is possible. Maybe not now. But in the future? It could happen. Imagine playing Xbox Cloud games on your Switch. No downloads. No installs. Just stream. That would be a game changer. Especially since streaming uses less power. Battery life is okay. Not amazing. Not terrible. It's better than a handheld gaming PC. But not as good as the Switch OLED. If you're coming from that, you might be disappointed. You'll find yourself sitting near outlets more often. The console stays cool, though. And it's quiet. The fan doesn't spin up loudly. That's important. No one wants a handheld that sounds like a jet. Let's talk about the speakers. They're much better. Clearer sound. Better bass. Louder volume. Nintendo didn't hype this much. But it's one of my favorite upgrades. The haptics are also improved. More subtle. More responsive. Less like a cheap rumble. More like real feedback. It makes a difference now for ergonomics. The Switch 2 is still slim. That helps. But it's not pocketable. I tried to bring it with me on a walk in LA, it didn't fit in any pocket. Even cargo pants failed me. I ended up stuffing it in my hoodie, so it's not super portable. You'll need a case or a bag. And that's where accessories come in. Brand's Kill Switch case is a great option. It adds comfort grips. Protects the device. And still lets you use the kickstand. You can detach the Joy-Cons easily. There's even a card holder and travel cover. That makes travel a lot easier. You can toss the Switch in a bag without worry. And still play on a tray table during a flight. Smart design. Let's move to games again. Right now, the launch library is small. Mario Kart World is fun, but it's not for everyone. I'm not a big online player. So I didn't get hooked. Zelda, on the other hand, finally clicked. I waited years to play it right. And I'm glad I did. The Switch 2 makes the experience magical. Sharp visuals. Smooth frame rate. No input delay. It's a joy to play now, but that's what matters most. Games should feel good. And the Switch 2 delivers that. Future titles will push it even more. Donkey Kong. Metroid Prime 4. Whatever else Nintendo is working on. This hardware is ready. Let's not forget about third-party games. With more power, ports will be easier. That means better versions of popular games. And maybe even fewer cutbacks in visuals. That's exciting. Indie games also shine here. Fast load times. Smooth frames. Sharp displays. It's the best way to play them on the go. Let's talk about subscriptions. Nintendo Online is becoming more important. Some upgrade packs are locked behind it. That's annoying. You can still download the game, but not the full experience. That it adds to the cost. $80 games. Paid subscription. Expensive accessories. It stacks up. And if you include expansion packs, the total gets higher. That's why many fans feel priced out. That Nintendo's policies are also under fire. Repairs are hard. Parts are locked. Self-repair may void your warranty. That's not right. Players should be able to fix their devices, and there's fear about content locking. Will more features go behind paywalls? Will save backups require subscriptions forever? These are fair questions. Despite all that, I still like the Switch 2. A lot. It's the best version of the Switch so far. The hardware is solid. The performance is fast. The screen is beautiful. The controls are better. The sound is clear. And the games feel alive. It's not perfect. It's expensive. The Joy-Cons need more work. Battery life could be better. Policies need to improve. But overall, it's a huge step forward. If you play mostly Nintendo games, this is a must-have. But if you're unsure, it's okay to wait. The library will grow. The accessories will improve. And maybe the prices will settle, but one thing is clear. The Nintendo Switch 2 is here. And it's ready for the future. Thanks for watching Tap Tech. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep reviews like this.